Hello, welcome. It is time for another one mind meditation. There we go. So while we wait for whoever wants to join us this morning, find a spot that's easy and comfortable for you to sit or lie down in, and start some slow, deep belly breathing. Breathing into the balloon in your belly and slowly out. Slowly gets you into exactly the right space for today's meditation. Good morning, Ilza. So good to see you. Hope you've had a good night's rest. Ready for the next day. I have a quote to share which ties into what today's meditation is, and an interesting thought process that has developed because of that. Today's quote is from Marianne Williamson that says, "Every heart has a divine intelligence and a natural guidance system. With every prayer, with every meditation, and every thought of love, we tune into ours." In other words, into our heart. Every heart has a divine intelligence and a natural guidance system. So the meditation that I want to do today is heart coherence meditation. So it's really cool that I found a quote that speaks about how your heart has a divine intelligence and a natural guidance system. But the really interesting thing to me is, as I sit down for today's meditation and think about, right, we're doing heart coherence meditation today. The moment I have that thought, the idea of heart coherence meditation, my heart starts feeling really hot. My heart starts warming up and I feel this really hot space around my heart, which is just shines a light for me on how we do train ourselves, how we train our minds, how we train our bodies. And if you know the old story of Pavlov's dog, where he was studying automatic responses, and one of the triggers he was using when he fed the dog was to ring a bell when the dog gets fed. And obviously when the dog smells food, he would salivate in anticipation of the food. And at some point, because the bell was rung every time the food was served, even in the absence of food, nothing to see, nothing to smell, if the bell was rang with no food anywhere in the building, the dog would start salivating. The dog's whole body reacted to a sound as if there was food. Good evening, Anthony, so good to see you, man. And Maggie, hello to you too. Very good to see you. And everything we do trains our minds and bodies that way, positive and negative. Whatever we do, whatever we repetitively do, trains us. Just the fact that I'm sitting here thinking about heart coherence meditation and instantly feeling how my heart starts warming up. How do we do a better job of hacking our minds and bodies to our own benefit? Good morning. I'm seeing a name that I don't know how to pronounce. Kralin Ray Vega. Good morning. It's good to see you pop in with us, and I'd really appreciate if you let me know if I'm pronouncing your name right or completely butchering it. Kralin. I'm sure that I'm not getting it right, but a very good morning. Thank you for joining us. We are just about ready to start today's meditation. So let that sit with you maybe as a thought for today. How are you also conditioning your mind and conditioning your body with repetitive behavior? And it is not necessary to try and make huge changes. Changes come from awareness. Awareness is the first step to any change. Good morning, Karabo. Very good to see you. Hello there. And sometimes the first step of awareness isn't necessary to last for a very long time until actual change happens. but have an awareness around how are you repetitively training your mind and your body by how you react to things. And to put in different words, how are you training your nervous system? Every reaction you have towards anything is a cue to your nervous system for future reaction. And overreaction trains your nervous system to continue overreacting. But taking a step back and breathing, this is why breathing is so insanely powerful. But the habit of taking a step back and breathing is a habit that causes a calm nervous system. It causes a nervous system that creates a pattern of stop and breathe under pressure instead of overreacting under pressure. So that's way too much of me talking. Nella, very good morning to you. Ready for today's meditation? Slipping right into heart coherence meditation today. If you're ready, close your eyes, get that sleeping mask on. Let's float away on today's journey. Starting with the first few deep and slow breaths. Taking a deep breath in. And release. Deep breath in. And release. Deep inhale. And release. Deep breath in. And release. Deep breath in. And let it all go. Continue in your same breathing pattern, inhaling upwards by extending your spine as you breathe in, exhaling downwards by softening your spine, dropping your shoulders, dropping your head. What you really are doing is teaching your body how you want to be able to stop, put everything down, step into the present moment. Let go of an attachment to past emotion, letting go of the attachment to future anxiety, engaging in full body breathing, in order to put it all down. Body really gets the message. longer you sit and breathe this way, the slower your heart rate gets, and the more you shift from survival nervous system into rest nervous system. But the real power in this is that very first time that you feel under pressure and you feel how your body is ready to react the way it always does, but you take a step back and instead of reacting, you decide to breathe. A couple of full body breaths, or as many as it takes, for you to calm your heart rate, shift out of a sympathetic nervous system into parasympathetic, and actually get more access to your thinking brain. The first time you do this under pressure, creates a new pattern for your nervous system. You are literally training your nervous system in how you want it to react. And the more you reinforce that, the more comfortable your nervous system becomes to respond in a new way when you're under pressure. For your next few breaths, and specifically for today's meditation, I want you to imagine that your inhale and your exhale flows right through your heart. I want you to imagine breathing in and breathing out. Through the middle of your heart. Take the last few breaths of this phase together, allowing our bodies to fully relax and settle down. While you keep in mind that your in and out breath flows right through your heart. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. Rolling out your neck muscles to the left and to the right. Deep breath in. And as you release, roll your shoulders forward. Big, slow circles. Deep breath in. And as you release through your heart, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Deep breath in through your heart. As you release, focus on your spine, swaying left and right. Find the edges where your back muscles put up some more resistance. Lean into them. Taking one more deep breath in. And as you release, stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. From the space of beautiful presence, let's dive inside. Take the first few breaths together, following every inhale with a short breath hold. I remind you to breathe right through your heart, in and also out. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. Deep breath in. And hold. And release. One more together breath. Deep breath in. And hold. And release. Continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. And as you inhale deeply, to fill up the balloon in your belly, for today, put your attention on the air flowing through your heart. Your heart really has a divine intelligence, a way of knowing. And when we pay attention to that, it can really help us find direction. As you take your deep breath in, paying attention to inhale through your heart, filling up that balloon in your belly. As you hold your breath, sit with the feeling that you become aware of in your heart space. It might be a physical sensation in your heart, and it might bring up an emotional feeling from deeper. Hold your breath only as long as you feel really comfortable, followed by a long, slow release through your heart. Feeling how your body melts, dissolves, into an even deeper surrender. Take your next big breath. Is like the drummer on the back of a rowboat. It beats out a tune rowers to follow. If the tune of the drummer is unsteady, erratic, unpredictable, then the rowers don't know how to follow and row in unison. Every rower rows at his own pace. Every rower starts competing for the space of his own oars. And your next big breath as you dive deep inside, breathing through your heart. Imagine how, when you're in survival mode, the beating of your heart is unsteady, erratic, and the systems in your body don't know how to row together. Take your next big breath. This moment though, with your attention on your heart, breathing through your heart, your heartbeats become steady and coherent. And if you'd see it on a printout, you'd notice beautifully smooth heartbeats. Imagine how much easier it is for every system in your body to follow your coherent heartbeat. And row as one. Take your next big breath. looking at the body's energy centers or chakras. We often hear someone's heart chakra needs opening. When there is anything that you have decided not to feel, you literally shut your heart, shut the door of your heart. If there's anything you've ever decided not to feel, breathing right through your heart, putting your attention on what you feel. Helps open that door, open your heart, open that energy center. And allow the energy to flow through. But you have to be willing to feel. Every decision not to feel will block it again. And your next big breath, as you dive deep inside, breathing in through your heart. Put all your attention on what you can feel. Take your next big breath. Give the sensation you can feel in your heart a color. White, bright light is what is most often chosen. But you can choose whatever works for you. It might be an emotion you feel. It might be a physical sensation you feel. It might be intense heat that you feel. On your next big breath, as you breathe in through your heart and dive into the sensation of the feeling, amplify the brightness of the light that you feel in your heart. Make it brighter. Take your next big breath. last few breaths of this phase. Every inhale, every breath hold, a dive into that light, making it brighter with every breath hold. Take your next deep breath in, and hold. And release through your heart. Deep breath in. And hold. And release. Deep breath in. And hold. Release. Feeling how your shoulders sag, how your body melts. One more together breath. Deep breath in. And hold. And release. Feeling yourself slipping into the next space. Space of ease. No more breath holding. Just easy breathing. Still feeling how your breath flows in and out through your heart. But floating in a space of ease. The first disconnect and incoherence happens between our brain and heart. Happens when our thoughts don't acknowledge what our heart is feeling. And we get taught to do this. We get taught not to acknowledge what our heart is feeling. From a really young age, our brain not acknowledging the heart's feeling is the start of the incoherence. In this moment, with your attention on your heart, through your heart. Your brain is completely accepting what your heart is feeling. The brain and heart coherence can literally be measured. Seeing that the brain waves and the heart's rhythm become aligned. See the bright light from your heart reach your brain. Forming a connection. Lining up. Every time you put your thoughts, your attention on your heart and breathe through your heart space. By your thoughts acknowledging what your heart is feeling. You create a ripple effect of coherence through your whole body. See the light from your heart spread upwards, higher up in your chest, outwards through your arms, and everywhere the light from your heart goes, every system pays attention to your coherent heartbeat. See the light from your heart travel downwards, touching every organ, digestive system, permeating every cell in your body. Flows all the way down through your legs to your toes. Your whole body bathed in the bright light beating from your heart. Your heart, the drummer on the back of the rowboat, setting the pace for every rower to row as one. No more competing. No rower more important than another. Every system in your body rowing together as one. As a last thought, your big open heart in this moment is willing to feel. Please don't shut it again by becoming unwilling to feel. But rather create the time to feel. that your heart can remain open. When your brain does not want to acknowledge what your heart is feeling, all of this becomes disrupted again. We've got the last few breaths of today's meditation. 5 breaths of gratitude. With your attention so firmly on your heart, feel your words of thank you in your heart and in your body. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for my big open heart. Deep breath in. Thank you for the connection between my heart and my brain being wide open. My thoughts acknowledging every feeling in my heart. Deep breath in. Thank you for feeling how my heart pumps this light of coherence through my whole body. Every system in tune with the beating of my heart. Deep breath in. Thank you for having an open heart, willing to feel. One more deep breath in. Thank you so much for everybody on today's journey. I'm very sure that I can feel your hearts, feel the beating of your hearts touch me. It always feels like when we meditate together, I have a very deep sense of feeling the humans on the other side of my phone screen. Wishing you a day led by a big open heart. You don't go wrong when you pay attention to what your heart is feeling. Maybe you don't know what decision to make because of what your heart is feeling, and that is okay. But acknowledge what it's feeling. And with time, you will learn how to be guided by what your heart is feeling. So much love for you guys. A quick hello to, I'm sure I said hello to Nella, but I'm going to make sure I did. Hello Nella. Belinda, very good morning. Amalia, good morning. And David, a very good morning to you. Hope you guys had a good journey and that your big open heart guides you the rest of today. Lots of love. See you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.